Did you know that Singapore had a Japanese garden built way back in the early 1900s? No, I'm not talking about the newly refurbished Japanese gardens in Jurong. I'm talking about this Japanese garden that was built by one of Singapore's most prominent families at the time. The Alkaffs were a prominent Arab family of merchants and property developers who came to Singapore in the early 1900s to expand their business. They built and owned many properties in Singapore, including the Alkaff Mansion, the famous Hotel de Liro, Alkaff Arcade at Raffles Place, and even a mosque called the Masjid Alkaff Mosque. But the most famous property that they built was the Alkaff Lake Gardens. Officially opened to the public in 1929, the 100-acre garden became a prominent place of attraction for both visitors and residents. The garden had an artificial lake, rowing boats, neatly landscaped paths, and picnic tables under shady trees, perfect for a weekend getaway. Chinese merchant Tan Ek Ki of Nanyang Amusement Co. managed the park in the mid-1930s and added Chinese elements to the gardens like Guangzhou-style boathouses. During the Japanese occupation, the British military took control of the garden, and the Singapore Volunteer Field Ambulance Corps used the garden as their headquarters. As a result, the Japanese did not bomb the garden, but they resumed their bombing activities when the Corps moved out. The garden remained closed until after the war, when the Alkaffs returned. Seeing the garden in ruins and wanting to return to their core business, the Alkaffs decided to sell the garden. The Alkaff Lake Gardens was sold to the Senate Realty in 1949 for $2 million to develop the Senate estate. In 2015, the Housing Development Board launched residential projects to revitalize the Bidadari area, including a new Alkaff Lake that you see here, located opposite the newly opened Woodleigh Mall and named after the original Alkaff Lake Gardens. Although the Alkaff Lake Gardens no longer exist in its original location, its legacy is still preserved today as a leisure recreational spot for residents at Woodleigh. If you like this video, consider subscribing.